pleasure to do anything that Pete Solomita is involved in. So, Pete, thank you for inviting me, and I'm glad I was able to recover sufficiently to be here to read you 12 minutes worth of somewhat maudlin poems I've written since Inventory. I survive, I write. I travel another day, another line, another display, another tire track in the limitless snow. I search, I pray, I respond to the empty, dying wake of the ferry boat. I wait in silence, in the noise of the crowd without reflection. I climb the mountain passes with the mountain goats and go to the lonely places where mountain goats go. I patrol the shallows, feed where the marsh birds feed. I search for the trail of the lost wandering poet who came through this place before me. I survive, rain hat in hand, beggar to the rich and their betrayer. I make fists with my hands. I set off fireworks in my brain. I wander. I break bread with strangers. I take stock. I hear the song of the one bird singing, El pájaro optimista que me persigue, the optimistic bird which persecutes me. And I keep my secrets to myself, and I keep my honor among fellows, and I survive to write. I keep track of my errors, and I present them before my gods, and I toss all this terrible blanket of wind that shakes lesser forests than myself off. And I wipe myself clean in the morning, and I take my walking stick in hand and set off again. And I sing the old songs and study the face of my ideal lover, even in the blue coffin of day, and laugh and eat a little and take on new friends and obligations and recollect the old and examine the scripture of the lousy mattress that no man can possibly find rest upon or dislodge himself from in his dreams. This is most of you know the changes we've seen in social climate in America from the early days. When we had a big heart, when like a big fire truck blowing through rush hour traffic to rescue the world from itself, and our free souls beginning their journey through the world, not with it, not against it, just through the world. And love was the word, and hearts were near to bursting on every doorstep and in every possible puddle and plate. When in the reflection of possibilities, like a belly full of miracles, when pure hearts grew to overfilling, despite the cold realities, and grew round and grew red and grew redder than red as a radish. And we had enough of all the bullshit that surrounded us, but all our two human existences, and we were ready to change the world. When shimmering over the city, like FM radio, a new kind of music sucked all the bad air out of the world and out of our miserable and deranged animal existences and replaced it with collective joy. And ignorance and prejudice were defrocked and sent off to the ash pits of history to contemplate their many crimes. And the world put on its new suit of clothes and surprised itself in the mirror with how good it looked, and went out into society and overcame its own imperfect nature and smiled. And life was on fire, something you could almost taste in the genuine equine motion of our bodies, all our bodies approaching each other openly on a dance floor. You could smell the smoldering ecstasy of it. You could just feel it. Nobody was going to bring us down again. No, not this time. And the music sparked. And the streets were to us like the trajectory of stars. And love sweetened our tongue for each other like spiced rum. And you extended your hand to mine, and I took it and offered mine the same. And the day-glow laughter of every woman and man sang a panegyric to every other man, woman, and child. And we were momentarily free. Free. And no small-brained politicians to fuck us up. Free. And no perp walk of betrayal or anger or hate of manufactured war to shame us. Free. Until our lungs hurt to bursting with so many kindnesses. So many kindnesses. Like too much cotton candy at the fair. And we hung around on the edge of the cliff on a western shore and waited for the sun to go down. And we were magnified. And never made to feel small when we had a heart, that is. When we had